Hi, this is Shubhodip. You're listening to Radio Orange. कुछ खट्टा, कुछ मीठा. एक विलन, उड़ता पंजाब, वे द वेडिंग, ग्रैंड मस्ती, क्या कूल है हम.
Wow.
These were the movies which you'll find my name as co-producer. So that was
Lavanya is awesome or super awesome.
Lavanya is super awesome.
Hi.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. All well. Monday morning news as usual.
So, sir, I actually read about you a lot,
Okay.
and I came to know that you worked on a lot of things, and I was stunned. Oh my God, he has so much experience, and I don't know, maybe I'll go for something, and I was so nervous to take your interview.
Oh, don't worry. It's all fine. It's just being
Yeah,
lucky
so
being in
let's
the right place at the right time.
yeah. So let's start with the interview. So first, I would like you to brief about yourself, like where you started from, where you came, and all the things along.
Okay, so my name is Shubhodip. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Googly Media. We just launched a platform very recently, about a month back, but you will see most of Googly's action from next month when the new financial year kicks in. A quick background about myself. I was born in Calcutta for a month, then my mother exported me to Bangalore, and that's where I spent half my life. So I studied in Bishop Gardens in Bangalore there. Then my dad used to be working in Brookbond, moved here to Delhi and into Nestle, and that's where my journey began here in Delhi. So I'm almost half Kannadiga, half Bong, half North Indian, but now it's a North Indian flavor. Post my economics and my master's in marketing through my MBA days, I joined Samsung. I was employee number 9 there when Samsung came to India way back in 1995, but actually I joined them in March of 96 for my grad school. Was there for 11 years, 4 months and 17 days, और आपको पता ही है कोरियंस के साथ काम करने में बहुत ही अलग ही मजा आता था. So therefore every single day. उसके बाद थोड़ा सा मैं सोचा था लाइफ में थोड़ा रिलैक्स करूं. So I went and joined the most boring job of my life called EBN Amro. So I was there for 2 years as the head of marketing, but across the bank minus commercial banking जो उसको बोलते हैं, consumer banking जिसको बोलते हैं. तो उसके बाद 6 महीने I joined HP as the head of consumer marketing. HP used to be only selling gray and black boxes. But एक बार जब consumer marketing शुरू हुआ, it was a big challenge for me because we actually had to go to the customer directly. उनको जाने के लिए उनका एक्चुअल प्रोडक्ट हमने बनाया इंडिया में, जहाँ पे कलर्स यूज किया हमने, इम्प्रिंट्स यूज किया, लॉट ऑफ फीचर्स हमने डाला इन बोथ द ब्रांड्स. वहाँ पे एक बहुत ही नया स्ट्रैटेजी बनाया था जहाँ पे दोनों ब्रांड्स थे, क्योंकि आपको याद होगा HP had also bought over Compaq then. तो Compaq was more of a warrior kind of brand जिसको बोलते हैं हम लोग, और HP was more like a an elite kind of a brand. So therefore it was a dual brand strategy. Not an easy job, लेकिन बहुत tough था because in the same breath you're talking to tier 1 and tier 2 cities both. But again, what was say technology in HP, you became a feature in Compaq after 3 months. So that's how it went. फिर बहुत ही मजेदार brand लगा. I joined after that called Micromax. When I
Yeah.
joined Micromax in 2012 as a chief marketing officer, हम लोग सिर्फ 2200 करोड़ का कंपनी थे, बट 3 साल में हमने 12,632 करोड़ किए, which I
My
think
God.
is a huge number, yes. And we actually gave competition to Samsung. We were almost 1 and 2 neck to neck. I was there for good 3.5 years, but then I got a very weird opportunity. हंसोगे इस बारे में, but I love it.
The shift
I
to
joined,
something. Yes, I saw that.
and then I joined Balaji Motion Pictures. I didn't know ये Bollywood
Yeah.
आया नाम मेरे इसमें, so I joined Balaji. 7 पिक्चरें डाले with Miss Ekta Kapoor and Sabina Arji, who
Wow.
was then the head of Star Network, and then he joined Balaji as well. So he's the one who recruited me. So एक villain, उड़ता पंजाब, वे द वेडिंग, ग्रैंड मस्ती, क्या कूल है हम.
Wow.
These were the movies which you'll find my name as co-producer. So that was fun. 2 साल वहां बिताए, and then I came back and joined my old boss back in Micromax because उसको EV करना था. So Revolt Motors was a good 3 year nice stint till about last year, जब I got this opportunity where a private equity person who's my partner now said, भाई गेमिंग में कुछ करते हैं ना. Obviously COVID had kicked in. आपको याद हो, we went through a very bad phase in India. We lost a
Yeah.
lot of those ones. We fought through a lot of battles, but I think that battle also taught us कि भाई जिंदगी is small, so live up to it. So
Yeah.
आई गॉट दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी और मैं सीधा गेमिंग पे घुसा, क्योंकि घर पे बड़े सारे गेमर्स थे, बड़े सारे लोग थे, एंड द होल इंडस्ट्री वाज चेंजिंग. सप्लाई चेन इश्यूज हो गया था. PSP के बॉक्सेस नहीं मिल रहे थे, Xbox के बॉक्सेस नहीं मिल रहे थे, बट PC
Hmm.
मार्केट वेंट अप, एंड सिंस आई वाज पार्ट ऑफ द PC मार्केट, I knew how big an opportunity that is. So that gave me a lot of feedback. Plus गेमिंग आप बिलीव नहीं करोगे इंडिया में पिछले 1.5-2 साल में इतना बड़ा मार्केट बन गया है. That's almost like a 10,000 crore market. So that's predicted
Wow.
as of last year. और 10,000 में आप लवन्या आप बिलीव नहीं करोगे, there are close to about 502 million gamers in India already. उस 502 मिलियन में से आप लगा लो 20% ई स्पोर्ट्स गेमर्स. उस 20% ई स्पोर्ट गेमर्स कंट्रोल ऑलमोस्ट क्लोज टू 4.5 to 5,000 crore ऑफ द मार्केट. दैट इज थ्रू इधर वो प्रोफेशनल बनना चाहते हैं या अपना करियर करना चाहते हैं. आपको याद होगा 3 साल पहले आप अपने माँ बाप से पूछोगे मुझे ई स्पोर्ट्स में करियर, उठा के चप्पल मारेंगे आप मुंह पे सीधा. नाउ पेरेंट्स एनकरेजिंग बिकॉज इट्स लाइक एनी अदर स्पोर्ट लवन्या. जैसे आप यू आर डैम गुड इन से बास्केटबॉल और क्रिकेट और एनीथिंग and your parent or badminton, and we have such good results from these fields. Parents are encouraging, so esports is again becoming a career. Again ये उम्र ऐसा है कि it starts from early age of 16 to about 24-25, like any other sports person. जब तक आपका hand and eye coordination है, motor skills है, you are good. And आप believe नहीं करोगे कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स में हमने सिल्वर और ब्रॉन्ज मेडल भी जीते जो ट्रायल हुआ था लास्ट ईयर. सो टुडे इन दिस ईयर आप मानोगे नहीं, एशियन गेम्स में 8 मेडल के लिए there's an Indian representative team is going. So it's become very popular. November में आप believe नहीं करोगे, at least IT ministry has formally announced esports as a career. So and beta stage में हमने इतने अच्छे शानदार लोगों से मिले, all age between 19 and 24. And again, I'm not kidding, एक बंदे की आमदनी is moving from 10 lakhs to 30 lakhs a month.
My God.
इतना पैसा
I need to quit my job.
Exactly. So if you're really good at it, even sometimes I think the same, but maybe I'm too old for it. Maybe I should start a senior league or whatever, but no, but having jokes apart, it's become a various thing. So that's my short stint of my journey. I think I've been in the right place at the right time. I've moved very, very different industries, and I somehow feel game tech is the future going ahead. Yes, there'll be a lot of problems. People are saying there will be in the tech industry, but I don't see game tech having any problems. FinTech might have problem, EdTech might have problem, or any other tech might have problem, but I think gaming is becoming now, if you look at globally, आप देखो क्या हो रहा है. People, जैसे IPL हो रहा है, people are buying gaming franchises, they're doing gaming tournaments. आपको पता नहीं, शायद पता होगा या ना होगा, लास्ट जुलाई में वर्ल्ड वाइड एपेक्स लेजेंड्स करके गेम है, टाइटल है, जिसका प्राइज मनी था $35 million. ठीक है जी, ये था प्राइज मनी फॉर द टूर्नामेंट. द विनिंग टीम, यस यू आर लाफिंग, द विनिंग टीम गॉट $5.5 million. रॉजर फेडरर को 7 गेम खेलने के बाद, विंबलडन जीतने के बाद भी 1.5 million.
My God.
So that is exactly what it is. So it is going to move in a very, very drastic manner. I think our timing is right. And India mein obviously audience hai, talent hai. I think our platform will give them a nice little playing ground to reach out to them, because it is not a rich man's sport. It is not anybody who has a PC can play, and anybody who, as Indians have it, वो skill set एक बार आ गया तो हम तो कहीं पीछे छोड़ते नहीं. So that's the long and short of my life so far.
So when I read about you, I was like searching about you. तो उसमें मुझे पता चला like you have been working. You had so many roles: Samsung, Microsoft, Micromax. Then there was Revolt Motors, I guess.
Revolt Motors,
Yeah,
that's right.
there was a lot of roles that you were doing, and now I know who had आपको एक आदत थी मूविंग की स्टार्टिंग से ही जब आपकी मम्मा ने आपको ट्रांसपोर्ट किया
Exactly.
so that was the reason maybe, but इतने सारे roles में और इतनी सारी चीजों में what was the one role that was very challenging for you, or maybe you liked it the most, or something like your favorite out of
I
them
think
all?
my favorite role was HP, because HP ऐसा इंडस्ट्री था और ऐसा ब्रांड था जो बहुत ही रेजिमेंटेड था, इन द सेंस कि वो लीडर नंबर 1 थे, मार्केट नंबर 1 थे, they were right there throughout. But to turn the mindset of those people around, to start thinking consumer and how big a base it, because HP was known to sell Lavanya millions and millions of devices, but to the B2B segment only. Government हुआ या कोई टेंडर हुआ कुछ हुआ, but directly to Lavanya to sell a product उनका कोई experience नहीं था. So that I think was a challenging role amongst the MNC brands which I worked with. But I think the biggest challenge for me, which I really loved after HP, was Micromax, because वहाँ पे बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग था. उनके को-फाउंडर राहुल शर्मा जी ने मुझे बोला था, तू मुझे ज्वाइन कर ले, मैं चढ़ गया तो तू चढ़ेगा, वरना तू बर्बाद हो जाएगा. So that was a challenge which I really accepted, and I never give up. So I think you won't believe it, and he also knows it. It's also on the press out there. I actually carried an Apple 6S phone with me for 6 months. मैंने साफ साफ बोल दिया, जब तक मैं I'm not proud to put a Micromax device on the table, मैं तो Apple ही use करूँगा. So that challenge he accepted, and then 6 months later we launched Canvas 2 way back in 2012. उसके बाद we never looked back. So it was, I think, a a memorable experience for me. Jahan I think I could, move the brand in a way in which they needed direction. Yes, Rahul obviously is a very smart person, but I think he needed a lot of support, and I provided him that mental support. I think we had a fabulous team. We had very, very good partners, whether that's agency, filmmakers, brand ambassadors, आप कुछ भी बोलो. So I think it's a nice collaborative effort, which actually changed the whole, the nuance of the brand. और 2200 से 12,632 crore करना इतना आसान नहीं है. So that was a great journey.
About Googly, a little brief. What is this company like? What is this ideation that you came up, and why did you name it Googly? There are a lot of questions. So starting off with a brief. So
Sure.
here you go.
So yeah, Googly was a trademark जो हमने पहले किया था, एक दूसरा project चल रहा था, but we were not successful in the sense we couldn't implement that project. So we had trademarked this name. So therefore, when the game tech platform happened, it actually started with cricket. वो cricket वाला game actually हुआ नहीं. So the idea is इसको हम Netflix of gaming कैसे बना सकते हैं, and that's how but we said we'll have the entire ecosystem मतलब not only gaming but how can we create the community, social, tournament calendars, tournaments कैसे करेंगे, e-store कैसे बनाएंगे, e-store में how do we keep the products, whether they are in-game assets like you have, जैसे अपना आपको गन खरीदना है या मास्क खरीदना है या कॉइन खरीदना है, उसको कैसे बनाए, आपको गेमिंग का चाहिए, स्पेसिफिक गेमिंग का, नॉट एनी अदर प्लेस, उसका मार्केट प्लेस कैसे बनाए. सो बेसिस दैट दिस एंटायर पीस हमने वी सेड लेट्स क्रिएट इंडियाज फर्स्ट मल्टी गेमिंग एंड इकोसिस्टम. सो बेसिस दैट हमने ये दिस आइडिया केम अप. सो टुडे इफ यू लुक एट द प्लेटफॉर्म, इस सारे जितने भी मैंने बताए वो सारे फीचर सेट्स है. देयर इज अ वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग टूर्नामेंट इंजन जहाँ पे ई स्पोर्ट्स खेल सकते हो. नॉर्मली क्या होता है इस एरिया में, जब लोग खेलते हैं, जब गंदा, जैसे मैं सपोज आई प्ले विद लवानिया एंड आई हैव लॉस्ट, इफ आई एम अ बैड लूजर मैं भाग जाऊंगा. मैं आपको ना जो हमने डिसाइड किया था, जो हमने कॉइन्स एक्सचेंज करने थे, वो हम आई माइट गिव इट यू, मे नॉट गिव इट यू, बट यहाँ पे क्या होता है, वी हैव एन एस्क्रो सिस्टम. सो यू पुट योर कॉइन्स, आई पुट माई कॉइन्स, देन बेस द रिजल्ट, इफ यू आर द क्लीन विनर, सिस्टम ऑटोमेटिकली आपको क्रेडिट कर देगा. यू हैव टू ओनली बी, जो सोनी गेम्स टूर्नामेंट पब्लिश करेगा तुम वही खेल सकते हो, अदरवाइज यू कांट डू एनीथिंग. हियर we give an opportunity for you to create your own tournaments, make your own. Lavanya and Shubhodip do not have to download that game in the phone. आप ऐप के थ्रू ही आप क्लाउड में डायरेक्टली खेल सकते हो. व्हिच मींस आई एम सेविंग स्पेस फॉर यू, आई एम स्पेसिंग, जिसको हम ये बोलते हैं ना, ये फोन का जो रियल एस्टेट है वो बचा रहे हैं. यू डोंट हैव टू डाउनलोड एंड सेव स्पेस एंड स्टफ. वी हैव आउट ऑफ द 110 odd games, 64 of them are multiplayer games. उससे क्या होता है कि आप फटाफट यू कैन लुक फॉर अ गेम, क्विक मैच, इधर उधर. गेमिंग सच कि आप जैसे कैजुअल गेम है कि आप कभी भी खेल सकते हो, जब भी आपको 10 मिनट मिल गए, 15 मिनट मिल गए, यू जस्ट वांट टू वेस्ट, आप किसी का वेट कर रहे हो, व्हाटएवर, you just want to kill time or whatever. So that's the thing. The only difference Lavanya we made on our platform is हमारे यहाँ पे कोई fantasy games नहीं है और कोई card games नहीं है. So it's all pure gaming as we say across. And a very interesting feature जो हम future में add करेंगे, that is called coaching and academy, जहाँ पे Lavanya is a great Call of Duty player and she's rated on a platform. Yes, don't smile. You never know. You might become one. Then if Shubho needs some tips, then I can reach out to Lavanya because she's a certified coach, and I can come to you. We can exchange some points and tokens, and you can then give me some classes on how to play this game and stuff. So, जैसे आपको बताया, it is now becoming a so-called career option for people, for kids especially. And that is, and when I say kids, I mean really early age, 19, 20. So people are professional gamers even while they're doing college. So it's a nice way to earn a dual income, which most of these people are doing today. And my only endeavor is, in 3 or 4 years time, एक मैं medal India के लिए ले आऊँ through our platform in any of the Asian games.
Wow.
That'll be great. So I think our timing is great. That's my only ambition. वो बन जाए और and I want my gamers to have fun, to enjoy this ecosystem, give us feedback. And at the end of the day, we are a very small team. We'll grow quickly, hopefully soon, as and when we grow along. But common objective, very simple, sir. Make it a nice, fun experience for gamers today, and clean environment. And having said that, with RF India, we are actually working. जहाँ पे this environment is slightly toxic. माँ बाप सोचते हैं कि भैया बच्चा बिगड़ा जाएगा मेरा, वो बहुत ही ज्यादा shooting game कर रहा है, so some mental sickness might.
Yes.
But keeping that in mind, we have a very nice, unique concept called responsible gaming, because we know that it is also important from our point of view, to educate, the elderly and to guide people who you think are going through. So in terms of moderation, जो हमारे platform में, we don't tolerate anything which is abusive in nature or anything of that sort. So not only that, and also anything which is violent in nature. So from
Yeah.
that point of
So
view, I think हमारे moderators अच्छे हैं, and
yeah.
objective is to ensure that responsible gaming हो.
So that is the vision of Googly. First is that you want your gamers to enjoy. Second is that there is a boom in the coming years, so obviously you want to grab the
The opportunity.
opportunity. And then any other vision that you have for Googly behind it?
My only vision is right. If we can get a nice medal up from our platform, if
Yeah.
I can say, okay, Lavanya was the first person who came on a platform, and then eventually she wins the medal after 3 years. Then I
Hmm.
think it's a great thing done, because
That
when
would
we
be
did our
great.
beta,
Yes.
yeah, because when we did our beta, a lot of these professional gamers were there, जो हमारे testing कर रहे थे platform के in January.
Hmm.
They actually said, sir, it's a very good platform because यहाँ आके हम लोग practice कर सकते हैं, which I think
Wow.
which I think is a good pat on a
Yes,
back, because they
yes,
can actually
response.
simulate, they can simulate
Hmm.
the environment and start playing it. So I think that's a good feedback we got.
So there is a lack of interest in girls when it comes to gaming. So how do you approach towards that? Because I, being a girl myself, so I'm not that much interested in gaming. So how do you approach towards that?
I will completely disagree with you. In fact, the number of female gamers going up
Mhm.
is not a joke in India. Earlier, it was close to about a 90-10 ratio. In the last year
Mm.
and a half, it's almost gone to a 78-22 kind of a ratio. The reason being, I think there is a एक opportunity खुला है जहाँ पे people are coming out. Earlier, the reason I'm also not saying it ये हो रहा है. Earlier, I think women used to have different IDs to play, so that the person out on the other
Mm.
side does not know the person is a woman, simply because there are chances that they could be, I won't say risk,
Judged on the basis
but
of
yes,
yeah.
yes, yes, you got me there. Absolutely right. But I think with the new age and the new millennials which are there today, they're not scared. They want to be out here in the open. Some of the women gamers we know are really good. They're fantastic when it comes to their gameplay and what they do. In fact, Pile Gaming and Meow 16K, these are the kind of gamers who we respect. We've seen them gameplay. They're really, really good. In fact, Sherlock we have, right? Yeah. Sherlock is there, who's another gamer, and she's like outstanding. So I think when these gamers come out, they'll encourage more young women to come out in the open. But I think in today's day and age, I think if you start looking at all the meta people, kind of social handles and the stuff, I think women are becoming more bold, more upfront. They're not scared to hide behind the curtain. I think gaming will do
Mm.
that, and the way esports is being taken forward, I think my only 2 bits and 2 cents to this is that they should all come forward. They should all respect and start behaving and figuring out and have self-confidence, which I see. I think Indian women have more self-confidence than anybody else. It's just that they just need a platform. Our platform is very friendly from a women perspective or a female audience is concerned. We have all the so-called refereeing system in place, and if there's any even a small report of abuse, we will take that very seriously, and we have, and we did have one very small incident, but we that's how we tackled it, because that's where the refereeing comes in, because we knew that was a woman gamer, but again she was behind a man's screen. But when we actually
Screen, yeah.
told, we figured out she's not a he, it's a she. But
Yeah.
again, she had her reservations, but she got called out. So I see a bright future for women. I think if you look at the skill set, it's like golf. There are men golfers, but if you start looking at the women golfers today, they're coming out more in the open. They're much better. From a motor skill sets, I think they have better hand-eye coordination. They have softer skills with skill sets, which are very good for gaming. So that's one plus point. And I don't know, I think unit level or school level पे एक बार शुरू हो जाएगा, which I don't see now. But if you ask me, my vision says in the next 5 or 6 years, I would be surprised if esports becomes as one of the sports in schools and in universities, because that will be the game changer for us going forward, and that's where women come.
Yes. But people say that like gaming, it strips you of productivity and creativity. So do you think that you will have a hand of stripping people out of productivity and creativity and making them addicted towards games?
So
Do
it's a
you
very
think?
good question, and you answer the question on yourself, because I think it's a very
Okay.
contradictory statement. When you
Yeah.
increase my productivity and creativity, it means what? I'm not losing my head. I'm absolutely fine, right? That is the purpose of it. So if gaming can help me enhance my creativity and my
Mm.
productivity, then why is gaming bad? That's my first question. So people have to start thinking about it. That's number one. Number two is the fact that, is it an addiction? Yes, it could be an addiction. If I'm playing the same sport, or you are a child and you see that your child is a prodigy of cricket, will you say your child is addicted to cricket? Similarly, over here, if my child is really doing well in a sport, and if I'm doing it, you allow your child to go out for training for 3, 4 hours. Now, if I allow my same child with a gamer to play for 3, 4 hours, what difference does it make? Right? Does not.
Very
Yes,
nicely put.
you will think,
Nice.
yes, you will think that your child is wasting time or whatever, but I don't think so. The child is wasting time because each child is bent or has a certain skill set. There's some children who are very good at studies, some children who are mediocre, like I was. I was good in
Yeah.
sports, I was good in studies, but average. That's what I count myself. But yes, when it came to certain finer skill set, there were people who were much better off than me in studies. But जब वो high jump या कुछ athletics करने में वो they were फुद्दू थे as usual, right? They were not great. So you have to give merit to every child, and I think it is completely wrong. And I personally believe the fact is to stereotype people. You cannot stereotype a child when the child is still growing up. Let the child explore. Because by the time he or she is 18, I think the you should know exactly what it is. Yes, my dad wanted me, being coming from a Bengali family, said तुम्हें डॉक्टर बनना, तुम्हें इंजीनियर बनना। ठीक है, जा रहा हूँ। मैंने साइंस किया 12th में, मैंने इको किया अपना ग्रेजुएशन में, घंटा मैं उसको यूज ही नहीं करता मैं कहीं पे। ठीक है, so when I did my MBA and when I went to my marketing, I started using my common sense. Yes, I got a nice
Yeah.
platform with Samsung. I learned the brand was new, but then I knew I had a flair for it. But if I say today that Shubho was bekar and he should have done this, I think that's bad. But I think today's parents, like us, and for future parents, I think their mindset is changing. I think the child should be encouraged to do what what their skill sets are. And in fact, you
Yeah.
won't believe there is. I mean, people find it. क्या बोलते हैं वो बोलते हैं ना कि वो गंदी आदत है किसी से थेरेपी लेने का. I'm completely against it. If your child is confused, please take him to therapy. Therapy पे ले जाओ. Therapy does not mean कि दिमाग की संतुलन नहीं. Therapy means go to a counselor. Counselor बताएगा कि भाई
You have
based
someone to talk to.
on
Yeah.
these skill set, this child has these advantages. So please push. हमारे टाइम पे ये सब होता तो हम लोग कहीं कहाँ से कहाँ पहुंच जाते हम लोग. But in today's day and age, yes, I mean, people, you have access. आपके पास पैसे है तो आप जाओ, नहीं है तो आप experience लोगों से पूछो. Let the seniors counsel the kid and things. So addiction, I disagree completely. Addiction, I feel, is for everything. I could be addicted to movies. I could be addicted to a game. I could be addicted to books. Like suppose मैं 6 घंटे किताब पढ़ रहा हूँ, अच्छा हूँ. Will you call that addiction? No. You will say it's great because
No.
आप किताब पढ़ रहे हो, but no, that's also an addiction. So that's where I see it. But yeah, each one to its own.
I think for that to happen, people really need to accept it as a sport and accept it as a career choice. So maybe
Absolutely.
then they won't feel like it's
Sure.
addiction. So, sir,
Right.
I have a next interesting segment in which I'm gonna like it's a rapid fire related to gaming. So I'm gonna ask you some questions. Like I'll give you two choices and you have to choose one of them. It is just a fun.
Okay. Shoot.
Yeah. But I also had one question before that. It just struck
Yeah.
my mind right now that there is a lot of stress when it comes to gaming. Like if you lose a level or if you lose something else in game, so there's like stress. How do you deal with that? The people who are gaming, who are into games, they really need to know how to deal with that stress because आए दिन ऐसी न्यूज होती है कि गेम में ऐसा हो गया तो उसने फलाना ने ऐसा कर दिया, ढिकाने ने ऐसा कर दिया. तो how do you deal with that? Yeah.
So I think from an amateur level point of view, Lavanya, people deal in different ways, right?
Yeah.
They figure out कि भाई क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना. They will retry the level. They will look at videos to figure out how to course correct and cross the level and stuff. But I think from a professional point of view, what we've seen and what even Ashish, my marketing head, who's sitting next to me, has also seen is that in fact we've seen it in the beta. Is some of the professional players, they actually went to a mental sports analyst, and they actually figured it out कि भाई मैं ये क्यों कर रहा हूँ. It is not because of the nanoseconds I've lost or the miss timing or what. It is dealt by a serious professional जो actually बोलता है कि because your heart level and your stress level is up, because of which your reaction time became less, and the only way to correct this reaction time is to move through these things like this. So they do this analysis, let's say, like you do while you're bowling, right? They know exactly what is the extension of your arm, कहाँ जा रहा है, release point क्या है, seam गिर रहा है pitch point. So all these things. So it's now become so scientific in nature that even we are amazed in the last 2 years. So I think mental coaches are somebody who actually help the professional esports people. When it comes to amateurs, I can only say fill it, shut it, forget it, start it all over again, because you have a chance to play the level again. But आप professionals की सोचो, एक बार विराट कोहली out हो गया तो out हो गया. It's as simple as that. Now उसके बाद how he deals with it is a great example. I mean, the way he meditates, the way he lets the steam go off, the way he goes back to the the video analysis, checks कि उसने front foot क्या क्या किया या back foot पे गया या कुछ ball turn हुआ. Like this, luckily क्या होता है कि they have 3-4 examples. So if he's made the same mistake 2-3 times,
Yeah.
then he knows exactly what to do. Similarly, over here, there's action replay and stuff in esports. Esports is as good as any broadcast you can feel anywhere. तो जैसे आपको पता चल जाता है, आप एक्शन रिप्ले से पता कर सकते हो कि कैसे करना है. स्ट्रेस निकालने के तो बड़े तरीके हैं, ठीक है. कोई लोग ऐसे गाली गलौज करते हैं. Yeah, it's true. I'm not kidding. It's so true. ऐसे गाली गलौज करेंगे वो after 5 minutes they calm down. So that's one way of taking off stress.
I
The
used
other
to
is
do
something.
that when I used to play
Yeah.
PUBG, so I used to abuse a lot.
Yeah, so it is a very natural thing. It happens in every sport. So I completely disagree when people say this is a very toxic environment. Yes, there are pros and cons of
Yeah.
every sport. So that's
Everything is true.
that's the beauty of sport. But yeah, stress busters. Yeah, they are part and parcel of any, and it's good to have stress because it shows that you are ambitious. It takes out a very different animal out of you. Each one to its own. I mean, कोई दवा जोर से मारेगा या कोई कप तोड़ देगा whatever. तो that's natural है, होता रहता है. My only advice
Yes.
is be calm, दोबारा खेल level, move on in life. Don't
Okay,
take
so
it.
before the rapid fire, the last question that I have for you is, what do you want people to like? जब भी कोई नई चीज आती है मार्केट में and people are saying all sorts of things for the thing. So what do you want Googly to be specified by people? लोग ऐसा क्या आप क्या सुनना चाहते हो in good books कि आपके ब्रांड के बारे में वो क्या बोले? One thing.
I think my biggest ask would be, they should always talk good about us, become my own advocates. So therefore, if Lavanya likes my platform, I want Lavanya to go ahead and tell this to 10 of her friends. Reduce my marketing expenditures so that Lavanya's 10 friends then become my thing. So only thing I want is a good word to be spread out. And as they say in Googly, let the games begin. So that's my only ask on them. I only want people to talk good. In the sense, when they talk good, they should talk to more
Obviously, yeah.
number of people, give us reviews from their heart, because that will help us cut down, a lot to reach out to very, very, very good gamers like them and ensure that our platform grows.
Okay, so now coming on to the rapid fire. This is my favorite part. Okay, so you have to choose
I have
one
to
out of
choose.
the two.
Okay, one out of the two. Okay.
Yeah, one of the two options. So first is, do you want to be a gang leader or a player if you're playing a game?
Gang leader.
Okay, then do you so do you like gaming or managing games? Which one of that?
I used to prefer gaming, but now I like managing games.
Managing games. Okay, so if you are building a team and वैसे तो ये possible नहीं है, but if you're building a team, so would you prefer a boot or a noob? No,
I would prefer a noob actually. Give the person a chance. Let that person.
Yo, nice, very nice. I like this answer. Okay, so बचपन में एक game था Mario, and then in lockdown a very popular game PUBG. What do you choose between those two? Mario or PUBG?
Mario, my favorite from Donkeys, yes.
Mario, obviously. Okay, then there is gully cricket and online games. Which one?
Gully cricket.
Gully cricket.
Cricket तो अलग
Yes.
है.
Okay. So last question is, Lavanya is awesome or super awesome?
Lavanya is super awesome.
Thank you so much.
This is a trick question, but yeah, super awesome. It was good fun chatting with you.
Super awesome. Yes, sir. I just need a last message from you. What do you want to like? Last your closure words. What do you
Nothing much.
want
Orange Radio doing a brilliant job. Thank you very much for this interview. Love the chat in the last half an hour. Some very nice, quirky ones from Miss Lavanya. Put me in the corner with the so-called rapid fire, but great. All the best to you. Do look out for Googly when we get going next month. And happy gaming and live life king size. Cheers, guys.
Thank you, sir. One more thing, just say that, hi, this is Shubhodip and you're listening to Radio Orange. Kuch khatta, kuch meetha.
Hi, this is Shubhodip. You're listening to Radio Orange. Kuch khatta, kuch meetha.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a pleasure to have you here. I'm sorry if I goofed up.
Not a problem. It's okay. It happens. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye.